welcome to Literary Gladiators Music Week.
Hooray!
The show where we discuss and debate lyrics in all of their forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hello, I'm Trevor Rocket.
I'm Ari.
I'm hungry. Charlie, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Josh. Ari, Charlie, welcome back.
Thank you
Trevor,
very much.
welcome to our panel. It's
Welcome,
a
Trevor.
delight to have you here
Thank
for Music Week.
Pleasure and privilege.
I have
And,
pronounced it, just kidding.
We are going to be all week long. We're going to have 5 videos where we discuss either lyrical analyses or just music in general. 4 will be for particular songs, and then 1 we're just going to have we're just going to talk about music in general and get a sense of what we enjoy. But the first thing we're going to be going over is a song from YouTube sensation Christina Grimmie. The song that we're going to be discussing is my Anthem. And a little bit of background, Christina Grimmie started her YouTube channel earlier in the decade, and in 2014 was a contestant on The Voice. She was part of Adam Levine's team, and she finished in 3rd place. She had a continuous career, and she seemed like she was going to become a blossoming star. Unfortunately, when she was performing at the Plaza Live Hotel, or at Plaza Live in Orlando during the meet and greet, she was going to embrace one of her fans like she always does, and he was loaded and shot and killed her. But we're going to be talking about these lyrics the way that she would want them to be discussed.
Yeah,
and
let's focus on the song because
the fact that she, because she was someone that had lived.
And it's interesting. The song we're going to be going over today is in fact very much about her and what she stood for and how she wanted to help other people, and it's called My Anthem.
Mm-hmm. But the questions for these episodes, they're just going to be very straightforward. We're going to be talking about the song lyrically, emotionally, and maybe a bit of additional background. So let's start with the lyrical elements to them. Who wants to begin with their with what they got out of it?
Well, personally, I'm going to flat out say it's upbeat for me, and I mean, with the lyrics, it's easy to act, easy access,
Accessible.
I think that they definitely take them at face value.
You get face value. I would say it's actually kind of like a healing song.
That's actually not a bad way of describing it.
Because,
Optimistic. I don't know.
Oh, it definitely helps.
Yeah, that's an even better word.
I think that.
Thanks. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, you know what? Yes, it's optimistic. Especially, in times when when they need that little, when you can't have that chocolate bar, but you can always have that music. This is something that you would go to. I would, I heard it for the first time a few weeks ago, and I loved it.
The anthem in itself is about living for the moments and feelings.
Yeah. Don't worry about being don't worry about everything being perfect. Have some fun. Go out there, have a little bit of fun.
Granted, it's making positive out of as much as you can.
Exactly.
There are things that are going to be negative, and there you have no choice but to see them as negative. But there's also the negative that you can either learn from, or can be seen as positive.
For every negative, there is a positive. For every white, there's a black. I mean, what kind of describes the song. What you're saying is basically this line here. If you think it's cheesy, you're singing off key. It won't matter to me because I'm feeling sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter how hard it is. It's always possible to get back to being on a.
And that's resilience. Being able to bounce back.
I know that both of us we saw and enjoyed a Muppet song called "Just One Person."
Yes.
Which originally was they sang it on the Bernadette Peters episode of the regular show, but they brought it back to pay tribute to Jim Henson.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, she's singing alone, and it's her talk. She has this, I would say, teenage self-esteem where she second guesses herself
Are you
sometimes.
talking about Peters or Grimmie?
We're talking about Grimmie.
Okay.
But with this song itself, it starts out with her, and she has this teenage self-esteem where you second guess yourself.
I still do that.
But she's doing it anyway. She's putting herself out there and hopes that you would like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the first round of chorus, she's reaching out to other people and encouraging them to sing along.
Pretty much, like learn from my, and I'm, this is what I'm going through, and I'm relating to you in a way.
Mm-hmm.
We're all, roughly same age. I mean, this is geared toward, this wouldn't be geared for somebody sitting in a nursing home. And I'll just state, I know I might be digressing with that, but this is for, first of all, music is for, there is no age limit with music.
Mm-hmm.
There was never an age limit with music or food. But what I'm trying to say here is, this is geared toward, you can say, I guess, kids who are in high school struggling, finding their identity, because when you hit, as soon as you're in high school, for me, I found I had my identity. My drums were my identity, and literally, because these sticks were not these sticks alone. I'm trying to say.
And you're living for those moments and feelings as well.
What do you think about this, Trevor?
I think, in a bit of a supplement to the teenage self-esteem, it could possibly be whether it's intended or not, I cannot say. I see it as almost a postmodern take on the construction of a song and its marketing. In an odd way, it's almost the 21st century equivalent of George Harrison's Only a Northern Song. If I may be allowed a slight, mild heresy, I honestly believe, that somewhere in the great beyond, Christina Grimmie and George Harrison are chatting it up and playing ukulele together. if I may digress back to the personality, it just makes you wonder what could have been. Just what could have been. Could she have done any performances of any of George Harrison's work?
There's definitely that open opportunity.
Yeah.
She performed Elvis Presley's I Can't Help Falling in Love with You on
Gorgeous.
The Voice.
Gorgeous.
It was
Beyond
that.
gorgeous.
Some nights.
Yeah.
Counting Stars. She did Wrecking Ball was her audition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the wrecking ball.
So I wanted to just mention that with this song, there's something that's very interesting, and that is, it's very simple. There's no seriously complex words in this song. This sounds like it's something that would have been written by a 16 or 17-year-old. It's not someone like Leonard Cohen, who sadly just passed away.
As we're taping this.
Where he uses very complex words. Bob Dylan also uses relatively complex words, but this is something that's, like Charles said, it's for a target audience of younger people and people who really, and I think the message is brought to those specific kind of people.
And what I said earlier about this not being there is no set target audience.
Everybody want to guess what my favorite verse is?
I'm going to take a flyer and say it's the second verse.
Which one's the second verse?
Flip the page.
It's not karaoke?
No.
If you think from the tacky to the feeling sunny.
You're pretty much there. I think you should know me by now. Anything with cheese in it will.
Josh.
There's not. They don't sing enough about cheese in music.
Or cookies.
So I was thinking of implementing it in a song.
Is this why you chose this song?
No, I'm
I'm kidding.
I wanted to incorporate something from Christina Grimmie.
Yeah. Remind me to find you a copy of Sailing the Seas of Cheese sometime, if I may digress.
But
I like Oreo cream.
I like the line where she's introducing the song, like, it's not karaoke, I'm keeping it low key, I'm no psychic. but I hope that you like it. It's like gambling for support almost. And obviously, when Christina got popular, that means she gambled and she won. And it's really interesting to.
But it also took a lot of drive.
Now this is one of her.
She certainly had a lot.
Absolutely.
Of drive.
This is one of her
support.
first songs, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. This was on her channel.
Yeah, I kind of remember when. Like I said, I never really. I may have listened to it and just not have retained it, but when Josh played it for before we started taping today, and it was very good.
Very upbeat.
Very upbeat ukulele.
For the music majors, it is in major. The key is in major.
Yeah, it's a major key.
Big major. Big.
Major key.
Majorly. Whoops, sorry.
Don't be.
Grimmie controlled a major key.
Does anybody have any final thoughts that they?
I like how there really aren't that many verses, but it's repeated a lot, meaning it's like emphasized.
Yeah.
Like like Trevor wrote here on my sheet. There's more choruses. There's a bridge. There's even more choruses.
The way that this song is set up, it's 2 verses, bridge 1, chorus. 2 more verses, bridge 2, which in the first bridge it's more so it's her alone introducing the anthem, and then the second part is bringing whomever along to take part as well. So after bridge 2, chorus again, bridge 2, chorus. So. And a lot of emphasis is on the anthem itself, which is just the idea that you should, it's that ability to enjoy life and all that it has to offer, positive or negative, and then make something out of all of it.
Exactly.
It's like, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, just be in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
Living for the moment.
Get that GoPro on your head. No, I'm kidding.
I actually agree with that. Life is what you make it, so why not make
Life is like
the
a
best
box
you
of
can
chocolate.
out
I
of
was
it.
just gonna say that.
Forrest Gump.
Well, I was gonna say something a little different. Life is like a big bowl. Life is like a big bowl of cereal. Let it sink in. You know the Life cereal? It's an actual.
Oh.
The one that Mikey approved of.
Yeah, it's
already.
Anyway, well, that's a bad version of Life because I don't like the cereal. But still, and go out there, enjoy, and you know what? Go eat that extra candy bar. Go out to that extra concert. You know, do what you know.
Carpe diem, seize the day.
Exactly. I'm not saying the other one that we all say because all those people.
The Ides of June by Rocket Man.
Already, I'm going to leave a link down below to.
Yeah, I love links.
And we'll have the lyrics down there as well, probably.
Yeah, I'll hook up the lyrics as well.
Well, for all the songs we do for Music Week, we'll put the lyric in the description. And also, we've decided to start something new where for this entire week we're going to be using a hashtag. So if you want to share on Goodreads or any of the other sites,
anywhere, yeah.
You use the hashtag LG Music Week. Again, that's hashtag LG Music Week, and that's the hashtag we're using for this week.
Did you know it kind of looks like a waffle design?
It does look like a waffle.
I like waffles.
Already, anybody heard of the Turtles song Eleanor?
Eleanor? I've heard of it.
Yes.
Already.
I'm
So be sure to join us next time for another episode of Literary Gladiators, and I'm going to close off by making the lyrics to Eleanor relevant to cheese. Eleanor, gee, I think you're swell, and your lips taste like mozzarella. You're my pride and joy, etc.
Enough!